here in Atlanta. It's happening nationwide. No kings. What does no kings mean?
You know, I think it means that the Dow is over 50,000. So that's what we should be paying attention to right now, okay? But really, we're sick and tired of this administration and all the wrongs that they're doing. It makes us sick. Most American people feel the same way. We need to take to the streets and do something about it. We're out here making fun of these insane people that currently have power in the White House because you have to clown fascists. They hate it. It hurts their ego, and it gets people going.
The concept of no kings is a great rallying cry, and hugely successful as millions of us have answered the call. I support this movement 150%. Yeah. But when the crowds are chanting no kings, what I'm really hearing, as we all know, is no Trump.
Yes, honestly speaking, I usually don't like to report on this topic. There is something someone sent to me. It is very important. I show you, I did not actually even know that this was taking place until I had to turn on my eggs, and a lot of videos are pouring in. I don't know why these people like to humiliate themselves this way.
Working class revolution!
Working class revolution!
Solution! There is only one solution! Communist revolution!
Communist revolution!
There is only one solution!
There is only one solution!
You right?
Okay, let's go!
As well as there being just many New Yorkers and people from all over the country here today, a lot of recognizable faces turned out as well, including Robert De Niro and also the activist and actress and former candidate for governor of New York, Cynthia Nixon, and we spoke to her. Have a listen.
I think it's really important for us to show up. I think it's important for us to show up in New York. I think it's important for us to show up across the country in big cities and small towns, and I think it's important for people to show up across the world. I think that the rest of the world looks at us and is so horrified by what's happening and can't believe that we've elected this man and that we're going along with it. And we have to show out, as we're doing today, in record numbers to say this is not okay with us.
Welcome to No Kings in Austin, Texas. I want to show you around. Look, we even have Bubbles, the magic of the Lone Star State. Take a look at all of the tents out here. There are more than 80 organizations that are on the grounds, making their way here. But here's the thing about this particular why you see all these tents. Because the protest and the movement doesn't start and end today with No Kings. This is about, and this is according to the organizers, this is about getting more people involved civically so that they can do more tomorrow, so that they can vote in November.
It's important that other people know that we're all together, we're all human beings, and oh my gosh, you know, what's happening in the world is horrible. And it's all because of one guy who has a stupid ego and thinks he's above everyone else. And I don't think that's cool.
I can feel your emotion. Tell me about
it is.
that.
I mean, it's just, you know, I'm sitting at home and I'm going, I got to do something. I got to do something, you know. So, you know, I got some friends who are going to be here later, you know, but it doesn't just, it hurts your heart because I love people and I don't want to see other people hurt.
Alex, I want to introduce you to the Raging Grannies from Austin. They're going to be performing for us. And so, Grannies, take it away.
We are resistance grannies. We're off their fannies. We may feel scared or disappear, but we must fight for making.
It seems like there's a lack of diversity here today. That it's mostly people who look like you and I. And I just think it
is not for black people, for people of color to get out on the street. They're at risk when they do that. If anybody's going to get arrested here, it's going to be a black person. It is not safe for them, and they don't need to participate. We need to walk in their name.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow. Okay. What do you think about voter ID?
It's 100% a tactic to control the population and prevent people from voting, so that the only votes so that the gerrymandering can work, so that white voters can vote in white Christian males.
Have you been voting blue most of your life?
I voted blue in the womb.
Ah, wonderful.
Yeah.
If you had to vote for a Republican, J.D. Vance or Rubio, which one would you pick if you had to?
Yeah. I would slit my throat.
The fight never stops, so protest, it's like, hey, I still have to do this. So I can't wait until this shit is behind us and we don't have to worry about people dying in custody. We don't have to worry about losing our rights as women, as black people, as any marginalized group. So, gotta represent.
Yeah. And how are those rights being taken away right now?
How are they being taken away right now? Literally just like, I have teachers as friends. Yeah. And they are struggling to try to educate our kids in classrooms.
Honestly speaking, some of these people don't even know why they are there. Yeah, based on the response to some of these questions, you can clearly see that they don't know why they are there. You are claiming Trump is a king. At the same time, you are on the street demonstrating. I don't know who told these people that kings will allow this. You talk about freedom of speech, but you are talking, expressing yourself, going after the president. Even with normal common sense, you will clearly see that these people don't even think. Yeah. With selective outreach, it's very simple for you to just see yourself on the street without even knowing why you're there. Because when you just see a message in your group chat that, oh, tomorrow we are in the street, or people just start doing, you will just see yourself going because, or you just pick up a site, hold a signboard without even knowing the meaning of what you're doing. This is exactly what is going on. I have said this and I will repeat myself. I've been to a lot of countries, many countries, and some ruled by kings. The simple truth, you will never see a situation like this. Very impossible. Immediately you step foot on the street, they will pick you up, and maybe your family members will not even know your location for the rest of time. Yes. I'm saying this out of experience, not because I just want to do these videos. That is not the case here. Even in my own country, you are not really allowed to do this. Immediately, they will pick you up and lock you up somewhere that your family can't trace. So, when I see people having the freedom to express themselves this way, then still complaining, claiming someone is a king, I will laugh all through because to me it's funny. Yeah, I'm talking out of experience, what we have been through. Talking normal, like giving political commentaries on issues like this in my own country is very impossible. Then you can really see the privilege you have. You can freely express yourself the way you want. Then sometimes when a lot of people see this, they will just shake their head because some have not traveled since they gave birth to some of these people. They just ended there. They don't know the experience in other countries. Go into Arab countries, you will see exactly how kings rule. Now sitting here, it's crazy, right? I don't want to talk much. I just wanted you to see exactly what is going on. How liberals are on the street demonstrating, talking about no kings like that. So the short clips at the end, that is for what I'm going to do. You can always skip.
Important than the density. The idea that there are, by organizers' estimates, more than 3,300 of these places, which means it's not just the cities and it's not just the coast. The majority of them will be outside of major centers.
Ouch. Yeah.
So White campaign. Someone must wear a ribbon that says, "We won."
Out on the buffet, they're just hard.
What is this? My 600-pound?
Yeah, and you're right. Every day is something new.
That Trump laid in the State of the Union address.
To get here. Trump! Go Trump! Hey, Murphy, you're scumbag. Thanks, man.
Our chamber is chanting USA. Philip.
He utilized almost like these game show type moments where you're seeing awards being presented.
Just so and did not shake her hand there.
Here's the video. He shook everyone's hand. Everyone. Here's the Chief Justice. All of them got their hands shaken. To the point where they had to come back on the air and say this in stop 33.
But we should point out as he walks in, he's pretty close to the justices again as he comes.
Other than illegal on either of those two, I think they took his bait.
Can take away from the joyous moment as all Americans. And why are they putting a medal?
Oh, he's already under scrutiny for 1,000 reasons. Carol Patel posted this on X.
Job. I get suspicious when any
person's home. It's very easy to.
This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
The country's in such emotional turmoil.
And Republicans on both sides. You're
so amazing. And wasn't it so great?
When it can be hard to hope.
Hey, girl.